Days here, we're continuing our KaiserOst series. Representatives from Russia, Turkey, Italy, and Germany meet in Minsk to discuss a possible organization as they both view their goals are to take over lands nearby. With, as you can see, Turkey wants to reform the Ottoman Empire, which it lost World War III. I think it was World War III they lost it. And while Russia wants to get Eastern Europe back, and Germany wants to go back to its former glory it's had multiple times. Yeah, it's been glorious at multiple times throughout this series. They want to get themselves back since the Kaiser came back. But what their goal is to grow and reform the German Empire and Middle Europe. With Italy's goal just to expand in general, same with Turkey's, but Turkey's and Italy's is to grow. And Russia's is to bring back its old land. While they meet and they discuss the formation of the Imperium. Yeah, they'll call it the Imperium. With the Imperium being signed by everyone. And yeah, I'm still doing the same thing over and over again. For some reason. As well, they know they should expand into Norway. So Russia comes up with a great idea, which Turkey agrees with them on. Let's invade the tiny nation of, Georgia. Why? Because why not? Well, we'll just stay close, so I don't need to, change all the islands, which we just colored to work. With war being declared at 8 a.m. Yeah. I don't know what year it is. I think it's 2060 maybe. So it was 15 into the future. So it would be 2065 at latest. With Turkey moving in the south and Russia in the north. Quickly they meet, and quickly after it they take over the nation of Georgia. It's only tiny in this point. Well, they agreed that Turkey would get a small amount of land, agreeing that Russia did most of the work, basically. And Russia was the one that operated it and such on. And they've also had more historic claims to the region. Now, to give them back their imperial lead color. Well, more expansion between them is likely in the future. The seeming North America slowly being taken over by the Democracy League. Well, something completely out of normal happens. And they call it the Northern Rebellion, in which a big chunk rebel independence. And while the Pakistan declares war on the Kashmir Republic, they call this the Kashmir Republic. Also, they call it the Northern Republic. Despite being a majority Pakistan-like population, they want to join India. With Pakistan claiming victory, but one event happens that is shocking. Pakistan didn't expect this, but India declares war. India wanting to take back its former lands. And still trying to prove to the old parts that left, you should come back and rejoin us. And well, they're thinking of it. As you can see, India isn't really imperialist. They're just trying to take back their old land. With them deciding to retreat a bit to bring some troops south, so in the north, they move the front back into more of a area they can occupy, which becomes like that. With a goal to push back India's forces, but they're highly more moralized, and there's a lot of them. Hundreds of thousands along the front line, maybe even 1 million. Well, Pakistan only has a few 100,000. And while they're both quickly expanding the numbers, and while India starts to take its first major objective, the capture of Karachi, which goes really fast and swift. And while Pakistan is shocked at all of this, try to push back. Pakistan, once great, dominating this peninsula, not even probably 30 years ago maybe, is now starting to crumble. And the rebels in the north have started pushing back against them. with the rebels capturing many lands and starting to move towards Islamabad, which is a bit south of here, and they finally encircle and the rebels manage to capture it. But Pakistan still doesn't surrender. They view that at some point they'll have enough strength in this war to push back, and that the war won't be fast enough. But once these two fronts meet up, they realize that's probably a bad idea. So they surrender to the rebels. Let's see the peace treaty. Let's see how it goes. And made. Then yet annexing deep in. I believe that's Karachi probably, and I'm mixing Karachi up. So either there or there. One or the other. And well, as you can see, India, which also owns, well, Sri Lanka as we know, is now free. With a vote happening in the rebel region to see if they should join India, with the majority voting for unification. Well, Pakistan doesn't like this. Their once weaker rival is now stronger than them, and can easily, under the right conditions, take them over. And well, Germany decides to do a massive move. They gamble on, well, an invasion of Sweden, and they're going to gamble again. Let's see how their gambling goes. Well, as you can see, Denmark does not look right. Well, that's not a surprise, because it is Denmark. According to the Sweden of this timeline, according to them. But they didn't expect a German invasion with massive warnings being heated out from the west. Heed now and don't... Basically what they say is, this is your last... As Germany refuses back down, they say, this is your last chance. Oh, they've never tried appeasement yet in this timeline. It's the crazy part. Well, I guess maybe if they did, it would have been. But they say, this is your last straw. The next straw will break the back. But they're curious, because they invaded nations and joined them and have formed an alliance. And well... Sweden is forced into capitulation, with Germany lining the Norwegian border with its troops. They're told to withdraw immediately or face war. But they don't really listen. They don't know what listening is. So they end up invading. And well, they occupy this and they're told, withdraw within the next week or face war. And they refuse. Because, well, everyone in the Purple Alliance has just declared war on Germany. Yeah, war has just broke out. The full world is at war, but don't worry. This is not an impossible situation. You'll see in the next video whether or not this turned out to be an impossible situation. But, well, the good news is they don't need to face half the world. They do have to face Canada. Canada is a strong nation of this timeline, as we know. Can they do it, or will they fall? Well, I mean, two fronts are going to be on Sweden, the Baltics. Poland's on two fronts, but Germany's probably not going to be able to do much there, as they're holding this up, as they and Italy probably invade Austria together. They go into Czechia. But they probably can't invade Poland yet. And well, stay tuned for the next video to see what happens. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys!